snap! Now we're live. Holy shit. What's going on? Fuck you, YouTube, you bastards. I clicked live like 15 minutes ago. We're sitting, me and Sneed's here and talking up, and we keep looking. It's like, why ain't nobody chatting at us? What's going on here? It's like, what the hell? Driving me crazy. It's like, I know our people is a lot chattier than that. It's like, and I looked up top and it didn't say how many. Usually it tells me how many people's in here. It's like, what the hell's going on here? It's like, shit. And I was wondering why somebody said, come on, let's go. And I was like, well, why ain't you chatting more? You know, I was like, what's going on? And here, damn YouTube didn't go through. When I clicked StreamYard, I clicked go live and I did the whole thing. And it said at the top, it said live. It's like, shit.
User error, Ricky. User error.
Oh, well. Well, we got a Shay here. We got Baby Yoda here. Again, for the second time, right? Shane Fry's here. Yeah, almost time, peeps here. You guys are sitting there waiting. It's like, where the F is RFK and Sneed at? Kazi's here. RFK's in the house. Fake 5G. Dump the skunk. Good evening, everybody. Well, I'm glad we realized we wasn't live, because how it'd been pretty sad. We go on the whole night and do the whole thing, and then realize the whole thing we didn't even go. It was like, what the shit? This is the first time this ever happened. I mean, I clicked the button. I know I clicked the button. So then, are you ready? Yeah, one of you lucky SMT subscribers, SMT Nation subscribers, is going to get this phone. See this little phone right here? Right here, little phone right here. See that? See that beast of a phone right there? One lucky person in the SMT community is going to be holding that phone in their hand and using it. All you got to do is subscribe to my channel, SMT, and Carlos, and be active on all three channels, and you may get a chance to win my S21 Ultra Limited Edition. It's got 16 of RAM and 512 of storage. What do you think about that, SMT?
It's a beast, bro. That thing's a powerhouse.
Powerhouse. Absolutely. I love this phone. I cannot wait to have the S22 Ultra in my hand, which is going to be the Note. That's right. It's going to actually be the Note. They're not going to call it the Note, but it's going to be the Note.
In spirit, it's the Note.
In spirit, it's the Note. We are ready. Hit it, baby. And there's Technoid. Hey, Technoid, you got the link if you want to pop in here too. And I don't know where Caleb is tonight. I guess he's eating them scallops. Maybe it's boats and hose night on Wednesday night. Probably has a hot date. That's probably where he's at. Aaron's here. Baby Yoda's here. We will rock you. Oh, yeah. Reminds me of my high school days there. Yeah, let's go. Aaron's here. Blaze. Good evening, y'all. Yeah, when he said that, I was thinking, it's like, where is he? And I was like, well, I'm right here. I'm right here, dog. They probably all thought the skunk apes attacked me, and and I was like kidnapped, and I was hostage.
They probably thought you were off that 5 Gen, bruh.
Yeah, they thought that's like, oh shit, where'd he go? Maybe the skunk apes ate Ricky's fiber. Well, I don't have fiber. Maybe it was eating copper. Maybe they ran out of fiber and they was wanting to eat some copper. I don't know. Blaze, what's up? MS is here. Yep, here's when I freaked out. I said, damn it. Oh, snap. Here we go. 10-4. There, you must be a CB if you're saying 10-4. That's all 10. That's CB codes right there. 10-4. Steve. All right, Joey's here. Look at that. He's got his coffee. I got my coffee too. See there? Got my coffee. Yeah. Shit, my coffee's almost gone now. We're just now starting to stream. I have to work at 11 o'clock, so we can't make this a 3-hour stream, of course, because I'll be late for work. Although the damn troll says I don't work, He says, oh, Ricky, you don't have no job. Going all crazy and shit like that. So, you know what I got to say about that? That's what I got to say about that. 22 hundos. There you go. That was my whole full paycheck. There you go. Eat that, troll. I hope you choke on them hundos. I know how you make your hundos, bitch. There you go. That's all I got to say about that. Isaiah's here. YouTube blocking you from going live. I don't know what was going on. Well, see, I'm using the StreamYard app. That's what I use. I use StreamYard to do my shows here. But I clicked it up top. I clicked it, and then it said live. And when I clicked it, I looked at it, it said live. Okay, so then I hit the intro videos on it, and then me and Steve was here just talking away and all that. And we went through here, the chat, and it's like I told him, I said, something's wrong. Nobody's chatting. I mean, nobody's saying anything. It's like this is not normal. Something's wrong. And then he checked it and he said, "Oh, it says we're waiting on you guys." And then that's when I realized that it didn't go live all the way through to YouTube. It's like, oh well, that's the first time StreamYard's ever done that. So I don't know if it's StreamYard's fault or if it's YouTube's fault, but whoever's fault it is. But the whole thing is, I'm here. SMT's here. I thought RFK just hit the 5G gin too hard. The gin too hard. The gaff's here. Kazi. Crazy Kazi. That's what we're going to call you. Crazy Kazi. Lavendi's here. And we got Frankie Castro. Good evening. Good to see you. All right. There we go. Oh, I feel better now. It's like, yeah, now I can see at the top corner. Now it says live because I was looking up there and I said, usually it says live for how long, and it usually has the number of people and stuff in like the air. And I didn't see that, but I thought it was a bug or something, you know. So, well, that's okay. No radios here. Good evening. Glad you made it. So tonight we're going to talk about massive MIMO. So, and this is brought to you by Ericsson. So anybody can go on there and have this downloaded. You can download the same PDF that I have. So if you want to see what real 5G equipment looks like, you can download this. All you got to do is just search for Ericsson on Twitter, and then you can get it. You can, of course, it wants your information because it wants to send emails to you because it thinks you're a customer. You know, it's their way of trying to get people to buy stuff and everything. So, and they give this free information for people. So, but I thought this is a perfect opportunity to show you guys. Hello, RFK SMT Nation. Hello, Ruben. And watching while fixing an internet outage. Oh shit! Who's got the internet? I think you're with Comcast, ain't you? Is that you? So somebody don't have their. Somebody's not going to be able to watch TV or anything. It's like, oh shit! Yeah, subscriber mode's on. Keep the trolls out because now that I've said what I said, these are going to come in here attacking like crazy. So no fear because we got the best moderator here. We got Baby Yoda. He's got that huge Thor hammer. He's going to drop it on these trolls' heads. Bam! What do you think, SMT, about this Ericsson? Do you think Ericsson is a good vendor? What do you think about Ericsson?
I think Ericsson's the gold standard. You know, I've always used that frame of reference. Like if I'm looking at the major vendors here in the US, we got Dish using JMA, we got Verizon's using like two different vendors. They're using Samsung and Ericsson.
Right.
I have Samsung gear for Verizon, but AT&T and T-Mobile both use Nokia here, right? So we're a Nokia market. We used to be full Nokia, but then Verizon went away from Nokia, went with Samsung. The better performing markets for RF seem to be Ericsson markets when it comes to AT&T and T-Mobile, right? So
yeah.
And, even in comparing the Verizon performance for millimeter wave, we'll see how things turn out in C-band. I gave you the example.
Someone's going to rock.
Yeah, I was going to tell you, previously I gave the example. If we turn this into food.
We turn into food.
If you turn this into food, JMA is a Salisbury steak, right?
Oh, snap.
Yeah. Nokia they're not bad. They're all right. They're okay. I would say that a Nokia would be, it'd be like a flank steak. It's not bad. It's decent, But I think Samsung's more like, it's like a good It's like a good top sirloin, you know?
Okay.
And then I think Ericsson's the prime rib, dog. I think it's that thin cut slice,
Ooh,
that's just
prime
absolutely
rib.
delicious. It's just butters, bro.
Yum.
Yeah,
Kind of like what they have at Hell's Kitchen.
right. Exactly.
Oh man.
So if we turn it into fillets, it's the fillet from around the way,
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with the specs on Ericsson
You know
stuff.
what they
So
give you, Rick Erickson? They give you cutting edge tech, the
that's
most
right.
capable, the most reliable, great performance, and you get bleeding edge advancements. And I still
Absolutely.
to this day think that software wise, they support their gear the best.
Yeah,
When it
absolutely.
comes to upgrading, when it comes to fine tuning, improving,
Hmm.
their gear is trustworthy, steady, and then the support is excellent.
Isaiah says, I am surprised AT&T is still using Nokia.
They got a good deal, man. That's how they save money. They kill these vendors when they come in cheap,
That's right.
and they can leverage. They could say, "Hey, look, we got options. We got Samsung, we got
That's right.
Ericsson, and Nokia's like, all right, we'll beat them. We'll beat
Yeah.
the price.
They lowballed it. That's right.
Yeah.
Pink thong, sweaty, or armpit.
Oh man,
That's crazy. Hello there, Chad.
what's up, Chad?
Sorry you're late. Hell, I'm late. Hell, I clicked the button to go live and it didn't go live. We sat here 15 minutes, thought we were live and we wasn't live. It was like,
That's
holy
because
snap.
Ricky
So
was
you're,
bullshitting, dog.
yeah, I was sitting there just yakking. It's like, what's going on? There's nobody chatting in the chat like they normally do. I knew something was wrong.
Yo,
So
Ricky,
crazy. Ricky, where are you, Ricky? It's what Silva was saying.
Ricky.
Yeah, I've been crashing Silva's streams lately. I getting them all wound up there. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
Every time I type something about the skunk apes, he's just like, Ricky, no skunk apes in here. It's crazy. Yeah, and all of my viewers out there, if you haven't checked out Silva the Technician, make sure you go and subscribe and watch the streams. He has a blast and he teaches all kinds of neat stuff. He has a really good, interesting topics and everything. So whether you take the red pill and you want to watch Silva, or you take the blue pill, you want to watch Silva, you want to take the magenta pill and watch Silva. No matter what pill you take, you got to take the pill and you got to go watch Silva. That's 100% certain there.
Big shout out to Silva.
Isaiah says cheap is not good for customers, but is good for investor profits. True. One vendor often can't keep up with demand. Oh snap! We
Yep,
know
that's
what
big facts. Yeah.
we know which one that one is. Ruben says Ricky Ross, biggest boss I've met thus far. I don't know what that means. I think that's a wrestling term, right? I don't know. I don't do sports. I don't do football, baseball, basketball. I don't do any of that. So you know the wrestling, I just don't do any of
Yeah,
that.
Ricky was a track star back in his day. He didn't
Yeah,
know nothing
I'm
about
not
that.
in. I'm in the tech. I'm not in the sports. So, well, I guess that shows, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So, well, hopefully everybody's New Year's going good. So we're in 2022 now. So, what vendor do you think is going to bring us the best 5G?
I mean,
You think it's Ericsson?
I think Ericsson's going to be the trailblazer, and I think
Yep.
Samsung's hot on their tail.
Samsung's hot on the tail,
Yeah, they're hot on their
chasing the
tail.
tail.
Yeah,
It's like you're either running from them or they're chasing your tail. One of the
right.
two.
Yeah.
Rap music, Amiga. Oh, see, I don't do rap music.
I think but the thing is, Ricky, is I'm hearing that Nokia is starting to turn things around.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
hearing good things about their upcoming gear, the development of a lot of their new products and
Well,
technology.
I mean, they know they got to step up the game, or they're going to be left
Yeah, they
behind.
really dropped the ball with millimeter wave. Like
Yeah.
it that Nokia gear that Verizon put up here in the CLE. I can't wait for all of it to be down.
Oh,
So
yeah,
they took
absolutely.
out all the Nokia millimeter wave on the small cells on the poles. That's
Yep.
all been switched with Samsung, but the Nokia gear is still on the macros. So
Yeah,
that means
absolutely.
whenever the technicians go up to upgrade C-band and CBRS, they'll be putting it all up Samsung and then taking down that old Nokia gear.
Absolutely.
Just terrible, dude. And you know what? Nokia is responsible for the whole DSS debacle at onset.
Oh God.
You know, and Samsung came in and cleaned up that mess pretty good. They fixed up the software situation, it improved. But you know, what are you going to do? These things happen, and then they got to improve and fix things.
That's right. EM Texas, 7 days till N77, baby. Yeah, I'm not going to call it C-band because C-band that's like calling low band UHF.
Why?
What we're going to do, start, instead of saying band 12, band 17, band 13, we're going to start saying, oh, UHF. Oh, yeah, it's pretty good UHF. I'm going to start saying fake UHF.
Well, Ricky, if we're gonna be straight up about it, we've been calling CBRS.
I know, and it's band 48. I mean, yeah. So I guess we're not calling anything bands anymore. We're just going to call it by,
Yeah, we should
we're
go
going to
with
say
it.
we're going to say EBR. We're going to say PCS. We're going back all to the phonetics again. So
Yeah, we gotta straighten out the band situation.
yeah. It's going to confuse everybody. They're thinking
Well,
the band number is the old tech, and now the letter tech is the new tech, and actually C band is not actually C band. C band starts at 4 gigahertz. So why the FCC all of a sudden labeled 3 gigahertz as C band? It's not.
I'll tell you why.
3 gigahertz to 4 gigahertz is S band. The letter S, as in skunk. It's the skunk.
Actually, S band is 2 gigahertz.
Yeah, it starts at 2 gigahertz. Yeah, that's right. 2 to 4 gigahertz is S band.
Oh, it stretches all the way?
Yes.
Holy crap.
So Bluetooth is your Wi-Fi is an S band.
Why? Because of the 2.4?
Yeah, it's 2.4 exactly. So you got 2 to 4 gigahertz. So
yeah, we got to stick
area.
with the band number. So CBRS.
Yeah, I mean,
48.
Yeah, and then we got the other band coming. The 3.4 gigahertz is coming. Then we got 3.1 coming.
Yeah, but 3.4 gigahertz is still N77.
Yeah, see, that's another thing. I am so shocked that the FCC did that because this
really,
is the first
Ricky,
time.
you're shocked. You're shocked that the FCC dropped the ball on this. Really, you're shocked.
This is the first time that this has ever happened. They have never taken an international frequency band that other countries are using, and then apply it to here. Because I mean, how's the phone going to know what it's tuned into? So that's how's the phone going to know the difference if you got the phone programmed to N77, how's it going to connect to N48? Because there is no N48. You see what I mean?
Wow.
I mean, it's band 48 is CBRS, the LTE version. Sure. But if you go and change that band to 5G, then it's N48. But guess what? There's no N48 in the phones.
Well, there is now.
So there is now.
There is now.
I've never seen N48 in any phones yet.
Yeah, the new ones like the iPhone 12 and newer is N48. Okay. The Galaxy S21 and newer.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. No, N48.
Yeah, they had to make a band for it. Exactly.
Yeah, N77 and N48 is a small sliver of the whole N77, what they call the band.
Well, the reason why they did that, Ricky, was because of the power.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Because, and N48 is a completely different band. It's not a traditional macro band that has high power. I mean, it is a shared spectrum band, so it has to be set up a certain way.
You ever looked at the way they run the PALs too?
Yeah,
exactly. And the way they run the unlicensed, it's kind of messed up. The rules governing CBRS are a nightmare.
Yep.
And
it's the first time ever that they did this with a frequency band. Usually it's a macro band, it's a high power band, and it's just like, here you go. You own that frequency. You put out the maximum power wherever you got the license for, go for it. But now,
Ricky, I think they're going to work it out with the DoD. Mm-hmm. I think N48 is going to have a rules change. I think we're going to see high. Yeah, I think they're going to clean it up, and I think it should just go into N77. I think the DoD should give it up completely.
That's true.
They can use something. I mean, come on, man. It's 70 megahertz of licenses, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
why ruin a good band?
Yeah, just give it up. Give it the full power. Let it be used for commercial. Let it be used for private. But just get off of it.
They need to move them primary users off. Just
exactly,
get them the hell out.
And then just give it full power.
Turn into
Yeah.
turn it into a shared band and
All
licensed band.
N77. All
That's right.
the whole 3 gigahertz, N77, the whole way.
And they still get the unlicensed part to share.
Ricky, 3.1's coming too.
Yes, 3. I'm excited about that. That's another 100 megahertz.
Yeah, that's phenomenal.
It's going
Do
to be
we have
great.
the rules on
No,
that
wait a
spectrum
minute.
yet?
Wait a minute. It's no 3.4 is 100 megahertz.
3.4
is
has
going to
already
be
been auctioned.
3.1 is going to be more than that. It's going to be like a couple hundred megahertz.
Well, that's my point, is the 3.4 has already been auctioned. We're probably
Right.
going to get
Yeah.
the news on that very soon. The 3.1,
Absolutely.
we need a date, we need rules, and
That's
then
right.
we need an
Let's
auction.
go.
Yeah.
That new FCC chairman, she needs to get off her ass and start moving.
Need to stop bullshitting.
Or we're going to sick the skunk apes on her.
Dang. They like her too.
Oh, yeah, they would. They would. Groovy.
How you doing?
How you doing there, Mrs. Chair? Chad says, I really hope 5G DSS gets turned on in my area of Missouri on 119. In my area, the total population is about 200,000 people. Now, DSS is just what they was using on low band so that they can, so the 5G phones and the LTE phones both can use the spectrum. That's what DSS does. Because if you don't do that, you got to take, let's say you got 40 megahertz on low band, which you don't. That's just too much. Well, let's say more realistic. Let's say 20 megahertz. 20 megahertz of low band. So if you put the transmitter up and you put the whole 20 towards LTE, then the 5G phones can't connect to it. Or if you put it on 5G, then only the 5G phones connect to it. You can't use it on LTE. Or you can do the split mode. You can take that 20 megahertz, split it in half. You can put 10 on LTE, so the LTE phones will have 10, and then the 5G will have 10 also. So you got 10 and 10. The way DSS works is it gives both phones access. So the LTE phones has that whole 20 megahertz. It can use it. And the 5G phones can also use the whole 20 megahertz. And it automatically switches back and forth. So what it does is it goes back and forth. So let's say today you got 100 phones connected on LTE and you got 5 phones. Well, it'll adjust the capacity on the band so that it'll handle all those phones. And then the next day, if you got a whole bunch of 5G phones and just only a couple LTE phones, it'll move the band down so that all those 5G phones can be on there. So that you're not restricted by 50% and 50%. It actually moves. That's what dynamic spectrum sharing does. And I think that putting that on low band was the biggest mistake they did. They should have upgraded the mid-band equipment to massive MIMO, put the DSS on there so LTE handsets and 5G handsets both can access that. We would have had more. Can you imagine band 66 on 5G? I mean, can you just think about that for a second? You get the right backhaul, you get the massive MIMO antenna, you got the 5G symbol, and it actually does something. And it gives you a 30% extra speed boost, less latency. It does what real 5G is supposed to do. What do you think about that, SMT?
Yeah, it's hard to argue that. I mean, if they've got a 20 by 20 channel,
Yeah.
it makes more sense.
But the only bad thing is that 5G symbol not being on low band, what does that do to everybody?
It just makes it look like they have less 5G.
Exactly. You got half the pops out there. You got half the pops.
I don't know if it's
I
that bad,
guarantee you
Ricky. I don't know if it's that bad, but like in metro areas, it's probably not. But
yep.
Once you get off the freeway,
Well, that N71 travels farther and faster deal. Well,
yeah,
that's
whatever.
what they're going by. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, good old Skunk Mobile. Yeah, this is their way of like taking the lead in 5G. All they did is like raccoony buffoonery is. That's all they did. It's crazy. So, yeah, 200,000 people there, Chad. I don't know if you're going to have N77 just yet, but... And actually, if anybody has low band, which is they're using for 5G, that's got that DSS turned on, it's a waste of time. You're better off to just go in your phone and turn that shit off. That's it. Turn it off. That's it. Turn off that fake 5G.
I mean,
That's what I did.
if they had a sizable channel instead of 10 by 10,
Exactly.
if they
Yeah.
had 20 by 20,
Yep.
I mean, it's the results will be negligible. You won't really have a
Right.
drop off at least.
That's right.
We
Because the
saw drop
performance is
offs
what
in a
we're
lot of
after. We're
places.
not after the icon. See, us customers, everybody wants performance.
Ricky,
We
one
don't
could
give a fuck
argue
about the icon.
that the best connection on Verizon is CBRS LTE.
Absolutely.
I mean, the average speed is
That's
3,
right.
4, 5, 600 megabits per second.
Yep. The only
And you
thing
get
you're
a
just
little bit
missing is the
of
ping. Yep.
you get a little bit of propagation, right? Because
Yep.
it's like a 3.5. I love CBRS, man. That's a difference maker, and it's LTE.
Oh
Your
yeah.
uplink comes in at like 80, 90 megabits, 70
That's true.
megabits,
The
and
only trade-off we have is it's just low power. That's the only
yeah.
thing.
But I mean, if you're on a small cell, you're within a quarter mile, that
That's
stuff is
right.
fire, you know?
It's a huge capacity boost. It because what's the biggest complaint people have in the wireless industry today? What's the biggest complaint?
Congestion.
Congestion. Them slow speeds,
Yeah.
turtle speeds. We're sick of the turtle speeds. We want more speed. We want low ping because when we're watching YouTube, we don't want no buffering.
Yeah.
That's right. We don't want
I've
to
seen
watch
some
no.
pretty unstable connections buffer even with
Yeah,
speed.
even with speed. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can have like 700 down on Skunky.
But you got a
And
jittery connection. You ain't doing
yeah, you
shit.
got packet loss and you got jitter. You're
Oh man, it's
screwed.
terrible.
I mean that's too many people. They keep posting these
You know what it's like,
5G
Ricky?
UC, 5G UC. They post these. Look at this, 700 down, 700
Man,
down.
a
Yeah, but look at the
a
ping.
600-700 megabit per second speed test with 50% loss and 860 jitter and 958 ping. That's
It's
like
shenanigans,
you know
man.
what that is? That's like, getting catfished on a blind date, bro. You know? Yeah, you think you're going to dinner with Kimberly, bro, and
Yeah.
some dude named Kevin shows up. You got played,
Oh
dog.
snap!
Yeah,
Oh, you've been bamboozled, as
right.
Carlos would say. Yeah, that's just crazy. And EM Tech says iPhone 12 plus X60 and new support N78 or N48. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I knew that they have to come out with N48 because how's the phone going to know if it's a broadly across the N77? And same thing when they do N4 N or 3.4 gigahertz, they have to get a band number
Mark my
specifically for
word,
that.
Ricky.
They
Mark my
have to
word.
because the phone it doesn't know which when you select a whole wide band like that. The reason
Mark my word.
N77 is like that is because in other countries that is what they auctioned off. They set aside that whole huge bandwidth as
Yeah,
one band for 5G. So all the vendors can put things across there. The phone doesn't have to know anything, but okay, this is the band, and then there's the blocks. All it has to know is the band and the blocks. That's how the phone knows how to connect. But when you got N77 there, you know, how's it going to know it's CBRS or the
yeah.
N48?
Mark my word, Ricky. That's going to
Yeah,
be something that the FCC is going to have to clean up
yeah,
because
yeah.
that
There has to be a band number for
the N
3.4.
the N77 structure needs to be the entire 3 gigahertz band, right? So
Yep.
like 3 to 4, right? Could just N77, and when you go international, it's N78. Simple as that, simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
they got to get the
N77
power
is an
situation
international
right.
band. That's why I was surprised when the FCC named it N77. I was very,
Well,
very
the
shocked.
problem is it wasn't going to be able to go 5G unless they created the N48 band because the way the rules on the CBRS is.
That's right.
So it
That's
was either
exactly
leave it
true.
all LTE until a later time or just make the N48 happen for now and then address it later.
Yep. Yeah, I knew the N48 thing had to happen. So
Yeah.
when will AT&T launch N77 in the state of Florida? And will it be launched on the first day? Do you have a list of markets? I did see a post about you. Didn't you do a video on it?
So the
The C band.
AT&T, okay, so this is important.
Okay.
Everybody out there that is following C-band for AT&T, the problem with AT&T is they're very quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Their T-Mobile is loud, T-Mobile is braggadocious. They're bombastic, like that whole thing.
T-Mobile's like a chihuahua, right? Little dog, big bark.
Right. Verizon is very deliberate. They're very transparent when it comes to launches and stuff.
They're like a Doberman.
Yeah, and then AT&T is just very quiet and subtle. So what's going to happen is the biggest markets for AT&T market share will be the substantial build for N77 at the launch. Dallas, Fort Worth, these are strongholds. Florida markets will be big for AT&T, right?
Yeah.
Verizon, they've got
Moose
their
already
top
told
50.
us. He already told us every big market, like the top 46 markets, will get.
Yeah, but Ricky,
N77.
But here's the thing: for Verizon, the top 46 PAs are obvious.
Yeah.
Like they've already started that build, and it's very substantial.
Oh yeah.
AT&T took like the top 10 markets, and they started to build those pretty heavy. So it's different.
So Verizon's going to be the lead in N77.
Oh yeah,
for
100%.
Sure.
Like
there you go.
I would say that at launch, Verizon will have 7,000 C-band sites live. I would guess.
I thought they already said how much. I read an article. They said 10,000 is going to be live.
I don't think they get there. Maybe that's what they wanted to do, but there are true supply issues.
I read something. I read something from Verizon stating that it's going to be 10,000 sites and 100,000 pops on the first day.
Yeah, maybe.
That's what I read.
We'll see.
Okay.
All right, but AT&T won't do that. They will not do that. I would bet you AT&T's got 25% of that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
I didn't realize they was that far behind.
Ricky, they're big on fiber.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
And their network is strong. I would say they have more uniform capacity than Verizon. As of right now.
Well, here's the hashtag of the day. More mid-band for 5G. Yeah. Chad says, I really hope Verizon proves the LTE instead, but I will take the other if launched. We need the capacity to compensate for the population growth. We have bad congestion here. See? That's what all of our viewers keep saying. We got congestion. So
Verizon
these new rollouts.
Verizon has neglected so many sites for so long. They have to upgrade.
Yeah. Well, and it's only the fault of the FCC. I mean, you can't add more capacity if the FCC won't let you buy it. I mean, here you got Verizon sitting here with like stacks of hundos ready to go here. They're ready to buy. They're ready. They've been ready to buy for years. They're ready, but there's nothing to buy. It's like going in the grocery store. I don't care how fat your wallet is. You go in the grocery store, you go in there, and all the shelves are empty. There's no more. There's no steak. The only thing's left is Salisbury steak.
You know what, Rick? I have to disagree with you in a couple of ways, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
When AT&T bought WCS, Verizon could have got involved. That would have been 10 megahertz, mostly national. When AWS was auctioned back in 2015, Verizon let Dish spend $10 billion.
Yeah.
Like why didn't you get more AWS?
That's right.
Why don't you deploy more? Like there are things that they could do, but they've looked at it from a cost analysis. Like it's going to be more cost effective to just wait for C-band and then do all these upgrades at the same time. One touch. We're going to upgrade the fiber. We're going to upgrade the connections. We're going to put up all this new radio gear. We're going to put up MIMO tech, and it's going to be fast as hell right off the rip.
There you go. And Joey says, look what Joey says. Speeds don't mean nothing. It's not stable. I think he meant if it's not stable. Hashtag stunk mobile. It's supposed to be skunk mobile. AT&T's lack of millimeter deployment concerns me since C-band is only a temporary fix for congestion. AT&T be creeping. Oh, snap. How are Dish's C-band holdings as...
No.
No.
I wonder if they got anything in the 3.4, Rick.
I don't know. Well, I can't wait to see. They're supposed to release the winners here pretty soon. I know you're going to have a live stream on it. As soon as that happens,
for shizzle.
That's the big news right there. So it's to see who got what where and stuff. That's going to be awesome.
That's
right. The radio says they need to fix my crappy site immediately. Tired of getting 1 meg down. Holy crap.
That's terrible. Wow.
It's 2021. We shouldn't have this.
Yeah, we shouldn't.
So I think it's going to be a huge, huge relief when we finally get some capacity and stuff, and we finally get real 5G. Because you know what, everybody's going to be happy. You know what my concern is that we get real 5G and everything is going good. All of our viewers will just disappear because they won't have nothing to complain about and be mad about. You know? They won't show up. They go, well, why do I need to show up? Because everything's perfect. Everything's great.
No, it'll never be like that because there's always going to be the next thing, you know?
Oh, yeah, the next thing. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like the next thing. That's right. Yeah, because then you got T-Mobile with their chomping little, trying to catch up and stuff. You know, so got to kick that boot dog. You know, get out of here, you little yapping fucker, get out of
Yeah,
here.
you got your treat now. Get.
Yeah, you got your treat. Yeah, here's your 5G UC. Go away now. San Diego says, I'll take stability over speed any day. There we go. Speaking from the people who matter. And then Isaiah's throwing 6G out here. Holy snap.
Damn, Zeke.
Well, I have something to say about 6G. You know what 6G is going to be? It's already easy to predict. 6G is going to be an upgraded version of 5G. There.
Right.
How you like that?
Yeah.
How easy is that? Now, how are they going to do it? Okay, so 5G is density. Density and capacity is the two main things for 5G, right? So what is 6G going to be? Super, super, super duper density and even higher frequencies.
Right.
And we're not going to be looking at macros and small cells. We're going to look at your own cell phone. That's right. 6G. This is going to be a 6G site.
Every
right
modem,
here.
every cellular
phone.
Yeah.
Yes, everything out there.
It's
Your
true.
car is going to be a 5G modem or
Every
6G
cellular
modem.
modem is going to be a connection.
That's right.
Yeah.
They're going to put a modem in everything.
Yeah.
And everything's going to be connected with the mesh network. They're going to do it by mesh is how they're going to do it. So everything is going to be connected to everything. And that's what 6G is going to be. That's right. It's super density. It's going to be everywhere. Verizon is serious about millimeter wave. They deployed it in my town of 53,000 people. Holy crap. Granted, it was on a university campus. Well, there you go. I mean, you got the power users. I mean, do you agree that what age group do you think is going to be the power users? Is it going to be teenagers, people 20 to 30 years old, 30 to 40, 50 to 60, 70 to 80? Do you think people that's 70 to 80 years old are going to be big users?
No, I think it's going to be the working class. I think it's going to be those that are, into mobile productivity, content creators. I think those in enterprise use cases, AR, VR applications.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Virtual training, simulations, model building, rendering, stuff like that. All that's kind of, I'm thinking to myself, this mobile networking stuff it's going to give you the ability to be productive wherever you go.
Well, how about news and marketing?
Yeah.
Because what's the main thing that they do is videos.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of that, and it's going to be
as
very
we're
stable.
switching from 1080p to 4K, 4K is slowly becoming the standard. Sure, the cameras have been out there forever, the TVs have been out there, but we're, as on Ova's show last night, he was talking about, the standard is 1080p still.
I also think Ricky, I think we're going to start interacting virtually with our digital experiences,
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But so we got the TVs are starting to come out with 8K. The cameras are starting to come out with 8K, but we don't have the infrastructure to broadcast it is the problem. Because now that you're going to 8K, you can't do 8K on 5G UC, can you?
No.
You can't even do 4K on it.
No.
We need the infrastructure. So we need some really, really quality, fast spectrum to do 8K on.
You got to do it like Japan.
Got to do it like Japan.
You got to do it like Japan.
Do it like Japan or go home.
Yeah.
Japan yourself right on out of here.
That's right, brother.
We got a lot of smiley faces in here. Wow. Look at that. 6G will probably just be nationwide millimeter wave deployment. Well, kind of. But they're going to be moving stuff into like your phones and stuff. So you're going to turn your phone into a little. Because how far do you think one phone can go to another phone? Where do you think the range would be if like you take one phone and you connect it to another phone? How far apart do you think it would be?
We're going cellular.
Yeah, like on millimeter wave.
We're currently what at about 30 feet, 40 feet right now.
Well, that's what Bluetooth is, but Bluetooth's getting better too. Like my phone, I can connect this headset I got on right now, right here. I could talk almost 1,000 feet away from my S21
Right
Ultra.
now, I just can't see it being better than 100 feet. So,
Mm-hmm.
like for cellular, just the modems, just you're gonna
Yeah,
need beamforming from your phone to phone connection.
exactly. That
You
is
know,
true. Yep.
so that like a lot of that stuff's gonna have to happen. So I
Well, they're already like we talked about on the Spaces the other day. Apple already has a new antenna module that they custom made. The antenna module is all the way around your phone,
yeah,
and
full circuit.
there's four different places, and
It's
it can tune to where like if your hand is blocking the antennas on the bottom of the phone, it'll switch to the top of the phone. If you're holding your phone on the side,
and it'll
be
do
like
that
this.
through that'll be completely
See here?
100% machine
That
learning.
means
Yeah.
over here. These antennas over here will be transmitted. Now, if I hold my phone like this, it switches to the antennas on this side or the top. So you got an antenna module on each side and the top. So you got 4 modules on here, and depends on where you're holding and all that. That's where you're going to get better range and stuff. That's how
Yeah,
it's
but
going to make the phones better.
I got major concerns. I got battery life concerns.
Mm-hmm.
I got expenses, like the bill of
Well, I mean,
materials.
this tech is in the iPhone 13 right now. How's the battery life on everybody out there? How's your battery life on iPhone 13?
I mean, we need new battery tech.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I mean, we
But
gotta get a I want a
it's too bad that the
battery
graphene technology took a dump, and
I
they
want
just
a
said, "Oh,
battery that's gonna give me, you know, full
yeah."
day full day,
Well,
no
they're
questions asked, and I
yep,
want it
it's
with
coming.
less space.
They're actually working on another battery tech. They skipped over the graphene. They jumped right over it and said, "Oh, we found something better." The whole problem is they got to get rid of the cobalt. Cobalt is killing batteries because it's so expensive. Plus, they got to mine it from Africa. So they're getting rid of the cobalt, and there's another metal that they're going to throw in there, and it's supposed to be charge your phone like in 15 minutes, and it'll last 2 days instead of 1 day.
Yeah, I'm with that.
This tech is coming, so they're already testing it out right now. So as soon as I dig up some, we're going to have a live stream. We're going to talk about battery tech. So it's coming because we got to get the battery price down. That's what's killing us right now. Because if you can cut the battery price in half, then they can do other things in the phone without having to worry about. Next thing you know, other phone will be
Display
$2,000. Because
display
people.
technology and battery tech, those things can
Yep.
improve. We're in good shape.
More spectrum. That's right. 6G will be super LTE plus on steroids. Yeah. I think a 6G has to consist of mesh and millimeter wave all the way. That's right. People ages 15 to 40 are the power users. What do you think? Do you think that's about right?
I don't know about 15. I mean, teenagers
I
just
don't
wanna.
know. Teenagers are on Snapchat and they're on
Yeah, but
their.
that's not a power user.
Yeah.
Like so what they use Snapchat, so what they use TikTok. Like that's not a power user. Like
Okay.
they're not producing anything. They're
Well,
consuming, but they're not
they're
producing. Like
they're
hear me
entertaining
out, Ricky.
themselves.
Hear me out. If I'm on TikTok all day,
Mm-hmm.
all I need is 2 to 3 megabits per second all day.
That's true.
That's not a power user.
Right.
I'm a power user where I have to upload a 4K 60 frames per second, 8 to 10-minute high resolution video on
Right.
upload. That's a power user, rendering the
That's
video,
power.
uploading the video. It ain't
That's
2 to
right.
3 megabits per
Skunky
second.
power. That's right. They can't even get 5G right. How in the world are they ever going to get 6G? They would have to cut out 6Gs from a newspaper and stack them up. Yeah, well, the 5G, let's be real. If T-Mobile would have did 5G right, maybe the others would have did 5G right. If they would have did mid-band first instead of this low-band shit. But But of course, T-Mobile didn't have that much mid-band until they bought Sprint. So that's the reason why they did the low band thing. But I still am pissed off that AT&T and Verizon did this 5G on low band. It's just crazy. I don't even know why they did that. That just blows my mind. Yo, Sneed, my sister is 15 and burns through 150 to 200 gigabits a month. Kids are power users because they're constantly connected. Holy crap. 150 to 200 gigabyte and one?
Yeah, but that's not really a power user. That is a
So a power
constant
user would be like terabytes of data.
Not, but it's really not just that. There are momentary surges of use on a network that would be for power users. For example, the moment where I need to upload that 4K 60 frame video, I need like 200 megabits per second up to get that done in a decent time frame. That needs power. Your sister probably needs 2 to 3 megabits per second, but just needs it all day long. That's not power.
Mm-hmm.
That's any network can do 2 to 3 megs for one user all day long. You know, it's the burst. That's what a power user does.
The burst of data.
Yeah.
That's right.
Exactly. Dude, kids don't even know what 480p, 1080p is. They have no clue. And in fact, their junk apps like TikTok, the resolution is horrid.
Oh yeah, I see that all the time. They compress the shit. Yeah,
they record in portrait mode. What does that tell you about their video quality? Like that's how little they care about video res that they record vertically.
They just want to see it. They don't care
junk.
how good the quality is.
It's garbage. That is some of the worst video content you'll ever find.
I
mean,
agree.
all they're doing is twerking.
I'll never go to TikTok. Never going.
All they're doing is twerking. That's it.
They're twerking in their thongs, right?
Yeah, everybody's just twerking with chicken cutlets hanging out, bro. That's all it is.
Chicken cutlets. Oh my god. Oh, that's crazy. Oh my god. Twerking with their chicken cutlets.
EM Tech, all due respect, my dude. Needing 2 to 3 megabits per second all day is not a power user. That's a sipper.
That's a sipper.
You are sipping all day.
Sipping that sippy cup.
A power user guzzles when they need it.
Yeah. Well, Joey says, I don't want mesh cellular to be killing my battery life. But see, by the time we get there, we're a long ways off. By then, battery tech is going to be, nobody's going to be complaining about battery tech anymore. They're going to plug in their phone, charge it, and they're going to use it for a whole month. They're going to use the whole phone in a month. So they're not going to give a crap about their battery. Yeah, millimeter wave is still NSA. Yeah, we're still in NSA. Yeah, that's right. You're still going to have the LTE core, but moving forward next year in 2023, I think we're going to see a lot of real standalone stuff going on. So they're already starting building it right now. And of course, you know who already says they haven't, which we know that's a lie. But skunkies. Hello there, Gene. Vlad, there you go. Did you get your gift card? He's one of the gift card winners. I think he says Qualcomm is doing similar technology with the new Snapdragon, if I recall. Yep. My iPhone 13 Pro battery life is tremendous. 8 to 10 hours on average. Yep. My phone, the S21 Ultra, I get 10 to 12 hours on this sucker right here. And that's with like 6 to 7 hours screen time. That's like crazy. Yeah, the battery life in this thing is amazing. And Android 12 really helped my battery life. I mean, it goes in there and kills apps that's not being used. If it's not being used, it automatically stops it now. So it helps with your battery life tremendously. Santiago says, I want a battery that can charge in 10 to 20 minutes. And I'm not just talking about a wall charger, but with battery packs as well when traveling. Yeah. And if anybody doesn't know this, Samsung has a portable battery pack that does super fast charging. It's like 20,000 milliamp capacity. It's only $50. If you buy this thing, you can connect to your phone while it's in your hand, and you can super fast charge your phone right off this thing a couple times. So, and if anybody's buying and pre-ordering a phone, the S22, if you're going to do a pre-order, Samsung on their website, they usually give you $200 worth of accessories for free. So just like the watch, I got a free watch. When I bought my S21 Ultra, I got a free watch. I got a free case. Samsung is the best. I love Samsung. You spend the money, they reward you. They say, here, oh, you're going to spend $1,500 on the phone? Here's some $250 worth of free shit. I love it. So that's your chance to get you a watch or something else like that. It's really, really awesome. I'm just a Samsung fan. I'm sorry, but I just love Samsung. I don't want no Chinese phone.
Those Chinese phones are junk.
I know. Everybody keeps bragging on these Chinese phones, and if you look, a lot of them are not even FCC certified in the USA.
They don't even have bands for North America.
Yeah,
man.
so I mean, what good is it to get a Chinese phone that's super duper, supposedly like massive, better than anything else? But when you bring it to USA, it only connects to the old LTE bands. It doesn't do any of the new future
like
stuff.
Band 3, Band 7. What the hell?
And those are people be like, I ain't got no speed. I ain't got no speed. That's because you got a damn Chinese phone in your hand. EMTech says handsets are commercially available products are the biggest bottleneck to our connectivity. So true. Gene says his iPhone 12 mini battery is horrible and only lasts after full charge. Runs out. That's because it's got a little battery in it, Gene. That's why. It's got a little battery.
Got a cute little battery.
I mean, look at the name. It says iPhone 12 mini. So do you think an iPhone mini has a maxi battery? No. That's like saying your Wego has a 5.7 Hemi in it. You can't put it in there.
Shit.
You put a 5.7 Hemi in a Wego or a Yugo, that bitch, the bumper would be touching the front ground there.
Oh man, that's another chicken cutlets right there.
Oh snap! It's like go big or go home. No, say no to mini. Everybody say no to mini. No to mini. We want maxi. That's right. MS says, I like the idea of your Class B headset. That is where you get the 300-meter range. Class A stuff is only 30. What brand is it? And that's a nice range. Yeah. What's actually called Trex. Well, yeah. It's Aftershocks is the brand. Aftershocks. And they just changed the name. Now it's like Shocks. They just come out with a new headset. I just ordered it. It's coming. So, but this is the OpenCom is what it is. And it's got Bluetooth 5.1 in it. But the thing is nice about this, it has antenna modules in it. So, there you can see it. See, one side's got the battery in it. The other side's got the transmitter in it. And this whole titanium band right here, there's an antenna that runs through there. There's a couple Bluetooth antennas that runs through this. So that's where you get your range from. So, and it doesn't go in your ear. I cannot stand a headset that goes, I don't like nothing in my ear. It's a no-go zone. Nothing in my ear. So when you got this on, you can hear everything around you plus whatever sound. It's bone conducting. So there's no speakers in here. No speakers. That's $180. It's not a bad price. But this thing has 16-hour battery life. It's got noise-canceling mic on it. And it's very light. When you have it on, when you have the sucker on, you hardly even know it's there. And it's really, and it's got the dual canceling microphone, noise canceling, with DSP, digital signal processing. So it almost cuts out all the background noise. So now I'm not using the mic on this live stream. I'm using this, the 24-bit studio quality. Yes, yes, yes. Everybody's saying, calm down, Ricky. Calm down. Drink some coffee. Okay. So much better. But yeah, it's really nice. So if you want to check it out, they actually got specials going on right now too. So I can pull it up and show you guys if you want to see. Get the screen to come up here. I got to find the right screen. I got so many damn screens. Everybody's always making fun of I have like literally 350 tabs open on my browser. But hey, when you got a supercomputer that can do it, why not flex that shit, right?
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
I mean, if you got a nice 5G phone, you're going to flex that shit, right?
Flex that shit, dog.
Flex that shit. Flex that bitch. That's right. Flex that bitch. All right, here, I'm going to show you the website. Aftershocks. Yeah, I know everybody's out with their Apple Pods and their... Here, let me get this. Everybody say Apple Pods and Galaxy Buds and this. Yeah, and I know everybody's out with their Apple Pods and their... Here, let me get this. Everybody say Apple Pods and Galaxy Buds and this. Yeah, I know everybody's out with their Apple. Well, good morning there, Zero Kool.
Oh my God! Hold on.
Everybody say Apple Pods. Here's the OpenCom Galaxy Buds and this. Yeah, I know everybody's out with Bluetooth. Well, good morning there, Zero Kool.
Oh my God! Hold on.
Everybody say Apple Pods, Galaxy Buds and this. Yeah, I know everybody's out with Bluetooth. Well, good morning there, Zero Kool.
Oh my God!
This is the upgraded version, dude. Everybody say Apple. This is the second version. I have the.
Hold on 1 second. Let me rejoin. Oh my God!
This is the upgraded version. This shows you how this is the second version. I have the.
Hold on 1 second.
See how it goes in front of your ear?
Oh my God!
This is the upgrade here. Nothing's in your ear. Like nothing in your ear. I have the.
Hold on 1 second. Let me rejoin. Oh my God!
Now the new one here that just came out is this one. It's called the Open Run Pro. This is the new one.
Oh my God!
Is $100. The new one here that just came out is this one. This arrives tomorrow. Open Run Pro tomorrow. Yeah, I'm a broke bitch. I can't buy new.
Oh my God!
This has got the 9th generation dome conduction technology. This arrives tomorrow. Open Turbo pitch technology. Yeah, I'm a broke bitch. I can't buy new. Now this only has 10 hours of operation, so because it's got the more new tech. Yeah, I'm a broke bitch. Now this only has for 10 hours and you out jogging while you're jogging out there because it's got you're doing your run. Yeah, I'm a broke bitch. Just go up and hit the button. You look on your watch. This only has who's calling you. 10 hours and you look on there while you're jogging out on your watch. It says doing your run. Possible. Yeah, I'm a broke bitch. You look on your watch, your wife saying, "Where the hell are you?" You want to answer that on there while you're jogging out on your watch. It says, "Run." Pretty amazing. You look on your watch, your wife saying, "Where the hell are you?" You want to answer that on there while you're jogging out on your watch. It says, "Caleb." Pretty amazing. You look on your wife saying, "Where the hell are you?" You want to answer that on there while you're jogging out on your watch. There you go. Yeah, and with this headset and the S21 Ultra, I can really. Somebody was saying, "There you go." Really. Yeah, and with this headset, and pop it in, pop it out. Somebody was saying, "There you go." Yeah, so I was guessing it was 1,000. Yeah, and with this headset, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually probably going to do either in video or live stream or something and demonstrate the range from this headset. I was guessing it was 1,000. Yeah, and with this headset, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually probably going to do Bluetooth and the S21 Ultra is amazing. Yes, it's really amazing. I was guessing Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube, and the S21 Ultra is amazing. Yes, it's really amazing. Isaiah says, I think terabytes of data that was Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube, and the S21. No reason everybody would use that much. Yes, Isaiah says, I think terabytes of data too much power users. Lost Mobile is for power users. Absolutely. Oh my God, we got Technoid in the house.
What's up, Ricky?
How are you doing, buddy? Absolutely.
I'm all right. I hear a big echo though in the background.
Oh my God, we got Technoid in the house. Where it's coming from?
What's up, Ricky? I don't know. I hear a playback from someone.
Absolutely.
I'm all right. I hear a big echo though in the background.
Oh my God, we got Technoid in. I got to mute.
Hold on, maybe it's me, Rick. Give me just one second.
No. It was the shared screen. I muted it. That should take care.
Okay. What's up, Ricky? Yeah. What's up?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm all right. I had a couple minutes to spare. I'm here down in the good old Florida of West Palm Beach.
You're in West Palm Beach?
That's what's up, man.
Holy shit. That's where I was born.
Oh, wow.
I was born at Good Samaritan Hospital in West Palm Beach.
Yep, the Good Samaritan Hospital. Yeah. I gotta tell you, man, this is my vacation time, but I'm still making videos. I'm still, grinding, still doing what I gotta do.
Your channel is popping. And I'll tell you what, anybody that's in this channel right now, you make sure you subscribe to Technoid because he is growing fast. He's going to be a big YouTuber, as like Sioba used to say.
Hey, listen,
a big YouTuber.
I don't know, man. Listen, I'm not looking to be the biggest YouTuber in the world. I don't have any goals like that. My only goal is just to have fun on the platform and just entertain everyone. That's my goal. Right. I don't care about the numbers. I don't care about the views.
Bro, get a damn haircut, all right? Just get a damn haircut.
Oh, I'm sorry. Last time I checked, you still got to fix that hairline.
Bro, he's such a hater, bro.
Yeah, look at the hair by your horns. I mean, God, you got to trim that shit.
Bro, I'm the telecom goat, damn it. I'm the goat.
Speaking of telecom goats, I actually got a question for both you guys. I've been waiting to ask.
Oh snap.
So, as you know, Verizon, they upgraded their plans. They didn't upgrade the price, which is kind of a relief. And then T-Mobile came back. I've been dying to ask you, Ricky, being that you and Sneed obviously are the two most knowledgeable people of this, and I'm just the casual of the group, I want to know, did you think that when T-Mobile responded so fast, did you think that they were intimidated, scared, or what did you think that they did it so fast like that after the Verizon event?
Yep. I think they are 100%. Right now, them people are scared. They're scared they're going to lose. And they're scared because all the viewers are watching these tech channels and they're learning that they're really skunk mobile because they're lying and deception and lies to everybody. We're bringing the truth. We're shining the light on their fake asses. What do you think, SMT?
All right. Well, honestly, you could say a lot of things about T-Mobile, but they do compete fiercely.
Right. They brought nationwide LTE plus. Absolutely. You knew that was. Everybody knows that was coming.
Oh, Lord.
And they got us some 5G coming from Planet Zorb.
We got Mr. Scallop Man in the house. What's up, Mr. Scallop?
We got Neville the Pebble bringing us Zarg nuts from the Planet Zorb.
Neville the Pebble.
Speaking of that, well, just phones in general, I wanted to drop some phone knowledge on you guys that you're gonna need for the SMT Nation. So please listen up.
All right.
This is So all right. So just a little pop quiz for anyone in the chat. What chipset is dependent on CDMA technology?
CDMA.
CDMA.
Is that still a thing?
It is for this year.
It is?
CDMA.
Who's running CDMA?
Well, nobody's running CDMA, but guess who still has it? The answer is
T-Mobile.
Qualcomm. It's Qualcomm.
Qualcomm.
Yeah.
Well, of course.
So,
that's still in the chipsets. Yeah.
Right.
And the reason is because we got people holding on to that 3G to dear life.
Yeah. So
if you shut off the 3G, then there's going to be 50 million pops is going to say, "What the F?"
So as everybody knows, the CDMA is going away at the end of 2022. Now, here's the kicker. In 2023, we already know that the Pixel lineup has already switched to the Exynos chipset and modem, right? They have the 5123 in there. Now, the iPhone, anybody that gets an iPhone in 2023, guess what? It's not getting Qualcomm. They will have the old Intel modems. All right, they already have a foundry in Texas.
And they're going all in again.
iPhone is getting rid of Qualcomm.
Yes, in 2023. Think about it. You don't need Qualcomm chipsets for CDMA. They're switching to the Intel. It's already been confirmed. You can look it up on Google. It's 2023.
Well, wait a minute, Caleb. Don't forget, they bought the Intel division. It's not
Yes,
going to be
they did.
labeled Intel modems.
Right,
They're going to
yeah.
be the Apple, whatever the hell their marketing
That's
spews
true.
is going to
Yep.
vomit out.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
their
the
first
other,
stage of this was doing their own antenna module. That's why they got their own antenna module in the iPhone
Mhm.
13 right now.
Yep. So it'll be Intel based, and the other actually got two more manufacturers to go through. Samsung is switching away from Qualcomm 2023. They'll be going to the Exynos. They're doing a complete SoC. If you want to look it up, it's the 9925. Okay. So
Yeah, I did read up on that.
So here's the thing, guys. This year's phones in 2022 are okay. In 2023, even OnePlus is thinking about going MediaTek because the OnePlus Nord 2 is so successful. I think about
Bro,
going MediaTek.
friends don't let friends MediaTek.
We don't do MediaTek. We don't do Exynos. We don't do Intel. So that leaves the only manufacturer that I can tell you why this is that is sticking with Qualcomm end to end is going to be Motorola. So you ask, why is that? It's because
So
back
you saying Samsung's going to shit cans Qualcomm as well?
Yes, because they don't need CDMA anymore. They've already announced it already. They're going to the 9925 Exynos SoC. Okay.
Wow.
So I'm trying to warn you guys here because the only, like I said, the only OEM that's going to stick with Qualcomm is going to be Motorola. Now I ask why that is. It's because back in the 80s,
I don't want Motorola.
Motorola is actually the first base station that was ever produced. Okay.
Well, that's true.
Along with Qualcomm, that was the
problem
first.
I have with Motorola is Lenovo joined in with them and
I
is
know.
Chinesed now.
It is.
It's infected with the raccoon rabies.
It is.
Me, I'm just sitting back here listening to everybody talk, and I'm going, exactly. That's my reaction. I'm sitting there going, what the hell are you people talking about?
So the new phone that I'm going to be getting, this year, I'm getting a phone. Yes, a big surprise, right? So
yeah, I already know which phone. You told me already.
Well, that's been changed. I'm getting to get the Motorola, or maybe I email. Yeah, the Motorola 30 Ultra, right? Motorola Edge 30 Ultra, which has a Snapdragon, 8 Gen 1. Okay, so
did they just drop the 65 label and just went Gen 1 with this new modem?
Yeah, pretty much.
Boy.
Yeah, so basically in 2023, you guys will be, if you want great RF performance, don't get a Samsung iPhone or Pixel. Don't do it. You won't have Qualcomm.
Motorola Ultra.
Motorola Edge 30 Ultra. You can look at the specs. It's a great phone.
Edge 30 Ultra.
Yep, it's pretty much, you can pull it up on the screen. It's pretty much stock Android except for a few minor adjusters. But I'm telling you, no one's going to have Qualcomm in 2023.
Oh wow.
Maybe something, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of pushback on this statement. Maybe in some regards it's for the better, because if the OEMs can manufacture and optimize better than what Qualcomm is doing, maybe it's a win-win. Better optimization, I don't know. But at the same breath, I would argue if it's working and it's not broke, don't change it. That's what I always say.
Here's my counter argument. Okay, Exynos has never been able to think about it. Countries that have Exynos, those countries don't have millimeter wave like the United States.
Yeah.
So how can you expect
That's
Exynos to do this? I've been thinking about now. How you expect Exynos to do get the RF right when those countries don't do millimeter wave? The only one that actually has patents for that, especially the RF front end, is Qualcomm. Okay, that's the only chipset that does C-band and millimeter wave correctly.
All right, so I got to chime in on this and this is why Zero Cool is right.
Always right. No.
The only companies that are pushing millimeter wave right now are Qualcomm and Verizon.
Yep.
No other carrier and no other modem manufacturer are pushing millimeter wave. Like if you follow Qualcomm on Twitter, for example, they will put out a tweet every so often to make sure that people don't forget this shit is important. Millimeter wave, not Samsung, not MediaTek. Nobody else is pushing that narrative, because why would they push a narrative where they have their weakest cards, right? So it's true. Qualcomm is the millimeter wave OEM.
Yes, and it's for C-band as well. And I mean if you want the only thing Exynos does good is C-band. I told you guys that, for your guys' Pixel phones, right? So
Speaking
go
speaking
ahead.
of Exynos, I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of info on Exynos. That actually was supposed to be for my episode today, but I have to push it to tomorrow because the upload got ruined. So I'll be talking more about Exynos tomorrow. But I'm going to tell you something.
You got skunked?
I focus on the CPU itself, but I forgot to mention in the episode that the modem set in the Exynos chipset is fully optimized to take advantage, according to the reports in Europe. If done correctly, if Samsung gives the green light to bring it over to the United States, it does have capabilities and support for a millimeter wave. The problem is Europe isn't pushing it, and we don't have any Exynos Samsung phones here in the United States, so they leave that turned off. But if they get the okay to bring it over, it does have support for millimeter wave.
Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. All this is great, and we all take cellular very seriously, but nobody does, right? So anybody who goes into a carrier store, I mean, they don't care.
No, they don't care. Yeah.
Like literally, they're gonna end up with an iPhone, or a Google phone, or a Samsung, and the type of modem simply will not matter because people were buying junk iPhones for years with Intel modems in them, and people bought them. And
how many people buy low and budget phones?
And it's going to continue.
My first iPhone had a Qualcomm modem. My last iPhone will have a Qualcomm modem.
Oh, they'll be this year. Gone. Yeah, because the partnership is actually ending in 2023, so that's why they're moving away to the Intel modem.
So the good news is the redesigned iPhone 14s will all have the Qualcomm, so that's good news.
Yeah, right. Well, that's no guarantee, and I'll tell you why. When Apple doesn't have supply, they rely on multiple modems, right? Like there were Qualcomm-based iPhone 7s, and that was for the Verizon and the Sprint model.
That's true.
And there were GSM-based Intel modems in the AT&T and the T-Mobile models.
Yep.
And they got sued for that.
Yeah,
right? Because the modems on the GSM variants were trash.
Right. This is exactly why they're going in-house for their Intel-based modems. But now as far as for Exynos goes, Technoid, they're going to actually have it's going to be AMD-based for the GPU, right? So,
Christopher, and you're saying Intel is foaming at the mouth? They're foaming at the couch, bro. They ain't shit.
Yeah. And don't worry, Caleb. I talk all about it tomorrow on tomorrow's episode.
Are you bringing up the 2023 one or the 9925 SoC one?
No, the 2200 with the current configurations for the S22 Ultra. Basically, I'll just spoil it. It's being delayed.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. With the that has gonna have the AMD too, but it's actually I got some preliminary numbers. I don't know if you have that data or not, but there's actually been some deleted tweets about that 2200 where the performance is actually trash and shit. So, if you want, I can email it to you. It's absolutely horrible.
Oh snap!
Next year's is going to be even. It's going to be a complete shit show in 2023. I'm telling you guys, if you want Qualcomm end to end, you have to go with Motorola. That's it.
Wow. I'm just not impressed with Motorola phones.
Well, the RF is really, really good in RF.
They got to step up their game.
They are. They're trying. This is what the new phone's for. Look at the specs. It's got pretty good specs in my opinion.
It's not even close to Samsung though. There's a lot of things missing.
But true.
Camera tech.
Yeah, I know. But think about it.
Wi-Fi 6E.
This will have Wi-Fi 6E. It will have Wi-Fi 6E.
The one I just pulled up didn't have it.
You can be looking at the wrong specs sheet.
It's the X30, right?
That is the China variant. You need X.
Oh.
You need 30 Ultra is what you need.
Yeah, it's not even on here.
Yeah, just Google Motorola 30 Ultra specs. You'll find it.
Yeah, I did.
See,
it keeps coming up these Chinese things.
See, here's my thing though with Motorola. I, for one, have always been fascinated with Motorola because I really enjoy what they bring, because Motorola has been a great company since the early days of cell phones. But recently, they just haven't had a really big hit that's resonated with a lot of Android users because of, obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But I really wish they could make a phone that is fully capable and really, is a powerhouse. Because if they could, not
Yep.
saying go back to the glory days, but if they were to just do half of what Samsung is doing, not even camera technology, let's take a look at display performance or internal specs. I mean, nobody cares about that, but a lot of people would like a phone that's reliable, long-term
Yep.
support, and most of all, can give you a nice experience. And Motorola has the capabilities. I just wish that they would consider that in their
Yeah.
next releases.
Well,
Has DTE.
Yeah. I mean, it's
They
like
good
this.
though. They good.
Like you go out and you take a Mercedes AMG 30 or 63 for a test drive. You go take it for a test drive. Okay. You get used to it. It's like, wow, this car's nice. This thing is nice. You go back and then you go and you jump into a Mazda. Jump into a Mazda and then you go take it around the block and you're like, while you're driving around, it's like, no, I want my Mercedes back. And you just turn around, you go back, you get out of the Mercedes or out of it, and you jump back into Mercedes. Well, that's like me. If I'm driving this, and you give me a Motorola, and it's like doesn't even have everything that this has, I'm not going to be very happy.
Yeah,
So Motorola has to step up their game.
I'm putting the specs in the chat so you can pull it up there for you. There you go. I mean, like I said, they're going to have the Snapdragon, 8 Gen 1. They're going to have 12 gigs of RAM and, I think a 50 meg. Yeah.
Yeah, 12's not good enough. I want my 16. I'm spoiled. Samsung's got me spoiled, man.
Yeah, they do. But like I said, they're not going to be a Qualcomm chip for much longer.
Okay. All right, let's see. Let's take a look at. We like to show you. I don't want the notifications. Go away. All right, Motorola Edge 30 Ultra. Okay, yeah, this is different than what was on the other website. Okay, so we got this Snapdragon here, 898. But see, they're not even calling it Snapdragon 898. They changed the names.
Yeah, that's a little outdated, but yeah.
So it's going to be equal to the Series 8 Gen 1?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the same thing as going to be in the S22, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. 8 gigabits and 12 of RAM. So that's pretty close. I mean, if you had 12, yeah, you could work with 12.
Yep.
Storage 256, that's not enough. They would have to come out with a 512 and a terabyte to even compete because the S22 is going to have a 1 terabyte version.
Yeah.
And everybody wants storage. I mean, if you're going to do a lot of 4K video, 8K video, you need storage. It eats it up fast. I mean, it eats it up as fast as the skunk apes eat fiber on towers. I mean, just ask T-Mobile with all these outages and data breaches.
Well, I'll tell you something, Ricky. Every carrier, with the exception of AT&T, needs to get C-band here in Florida because
N77 is needed. Yeah. So what are you on right now?
I'm on Verizon. Yep.
Oh yeah. Verizon is congested in South Florida. Yep. That is
true. Come on, Verizon. You're paying millions for 5G, so let's get that C-band.
The last time I went to Fort Lauderdale, it wasn't as congested as it was before, but 2 years ago when I went up there, I actually had to take my Verizon SIM card out and put my AT&T in, and then I had service. But Verizon sucked 2 years ago.
I'm gonna ask Los because I got an eSIM. I'm gonna start asking him to give me the hookups for the AT&T. I want to try it out down here.
Right. Well, right now he's redoing the contract because it got canceled because of the people using terabytes of data on the hotspot.
Yep.
So AT&T fined him a bunch of money and canceled his contract. So a few bad people ruined it for him because he didn't catch it. He wasn't watching the data usage and had no idea people were going to do that to him. So as soon as he gets the new contract done, then we're going to be going back green with the AT&T. And yes, it will be eSIM. So yeah, you'll be able to take advantage of that. So unfortunately, right now you're going to be stuck with just Verizon right now, or
the
Skunky
Skunk
Mobile.
Apes. There you go.
The Skunky Mobile. That's right. Well, at least you have LTE Plus.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway, listen, Ricky, I gotta go out for dinner just now. I just wanted to
Okay.
stop by and say what's up, but thank you for letting me come on. I'm gonna try to come on more
Absolutely.
often, as much as I can. I appreciate
Well,
the time,
you're
and
always welcome here. You're a good content creator. Your channel's awesome. I look forward to every episode, and it really brings a lot of fire and everything. So it
I
actually
appreciate the
makes me
support.
want to step up and try to bring the fire over here.
Ah,
So
I appreciate hearing that, Ricky, and I think you make some very good content. You are very knowledgeable of the field, and you honestly teach me a few things when I watch your live stream. So I learn a few things by watching your videos. So I always appreciate you continuing your coverage. And listen, dump skunk. That's all I can say. Dump skunk.
Yep, dump skunks for sure.
Have a good night, Ricky. Have a good night,
All right,
Caleb. Have a good
enjoy
night,
your
everyone.
vacation, buddy.
See you, man.
All right.
See you guys.
So I guess my question to you is, would you still get a Samsung phone in 2023 if it had Exynos, the 9925 SoC on it?
I don't know. I'll have to just. That's a long ways off. I'll just have to wait and see.
Closer than you think.
I mean, we got still full year.
Yep.
But one thing I can tell you for certain, I will be getting the S22 Ultra. I am going to pre-order that, so I have to, because as soon as we get to 1,000 subscribers, this one's going bye-bye.
Yep.
So somebody's going to get this phone. They're going to be very, very happy. The only bad thing is, what if a Apple person wins my phone?
Oh,
snap. They're not going to give up their Apple for this piece of shit, right?
Yeah,
They're
probably not.
So guess what? If you're an Apple fan, you win my phone, I'll give you $600 cash. And I'll keep the phone. So we'll give that option too.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, I did a lot of research, regarding, Qualcomm's debacle. I actually just joined the Motorola Insiders program too, so I'm going to be a Motorola customer for life.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, I'm looking through the specs here. Yeah, this says it's Android 11, which I know that's probably not.
It's going to be Android 12, yeah, actually.
But one nice thing I see here is the dual SIM, nano SIM, dual standby. Yep. So dual standby, that means it won't be Google Fi ready. It has to be dual switching. So this will be just like the Samsung, as far as eSIM and regular SIM.
It doesn't
even say it has eSIM.
It could have. It's actually just a dual SIM. It's not. It's going to have just a dual physical SIM, not an eSIM.
No eSIM. See, that's going to turn off a lot of people, because we're moving towards eSIM in the United States. So,
yeah.
Well, we got time before this comes out. This is just a dream phone, anyways. This is not even.
It's supposed to be released January 26th.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like in a couple weeks? Well, no.
It's already released in China already, under a different name.
Okay,
December 15th, So, but yeah, it's if you go to the second, the other link I sent, that'll give you more specs in the chat.
But, more specs. Okay, I clicked on the wrong one, huh? Let's see. I clicked on the first one, I think, didn't I?
Click on the the first one I sent.
Well, I just clicked on that one. That didn't do nothing. Oh, okay. Different page. There. Release date May 8th of 2022.
Could be in May. We're not sure.
According to this, May. Okay. It's all the same here. The storage, that's crazy. 256 is not enough, especially when you don't have no external card.
Yeah, I do agree. They need to up it a bit.
And here's the bands. Of course, these are China bands, so. It's got an OLED display. 1 billion colors. Ooh. Dual SIM. Oh, see, this says Android 12. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Octa-core. Okay. 12 RAM. No SD card slot. That's going to make people mad. But that's where we're heading in the future. Nobody. So they got it. They got to step up their game of the internal storage. No Wi-Fi 6E.
It will have Wi-Fi 6E. It's just
It's
this is
got
the misprint.
it's got Bluetooth 5.2, and it's only has those profiles. I would hope it has more There's like 10 profiles out there.
Yeah, I actually
But low
watched
energy and A2DP. But what about APD or APTX HD?
Well, I'm not sure about that, but I actually watched the China reveal of this phone, so it definitely does have Wi-Fi 6E, and you just have to watch that, and it got subtitles and stuff. But
oh, okay. So the USA version is going to have some more upgrades than this.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's what, and the price $553.
It's cheap. Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you one thing for the people in the mid range pricing that wants a flagship phone. I think this is going to be a hit.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Wow,
Yep.
this is pretty exciting. I can't wait to see the specs on this, and also see if the FCC data comes out. Well, if it's releasing that soon, it should be in Phone Scoop right now, shouldn't it?
The data for there's two models. There's going to be the Ultra, and there's going to be the S30, which is the lower end.
Right.
The Motorola S30 or the Motorola Edge S30 has already had the FCC data on it already, which does not have millimeter wave, but has all the rest of the stuff. It has everything.
Millimeter wave? Oh no.
Not on the S30, no. Only on
on the Ultra.
Ultra. Yep. So the Ultra is gonna be like a Verizon model, almost like a Verizon.
Oh,
exclusive.
okay, like Verizon model. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's see here. Let's go on Phone Scoop and see if it's been.
If you want, I can get you the specs for the S30 and FCC that I do have. If you want that.
I'm just looking real quick. Look on here, see if it's on. There's TCL, Nokia, Samsung, Orbit, ZTE, Samsung. I don't see. What do you know the exact model number? Like XT 2171, XT 2211.
Give me 1 second.
I see two Motorola's here that's been. My camera went off.
Let's see. Moto.
Why did my camera disconnect? Bad.
All right. No. You there?
Yeah, my
Did your camera disconnect?
took a dump. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Here, damn thing.
Let me look for that spec sheet. Hold on.
Yeah, the camera took a dump.
Oh.
Bad.
Is it on this one here? Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. Hopefully, I'll be back.
All right, I refreshed my browser. It said the browser lost connection. Yeah, so I just refreshed the browser.
Gotcha.
Dumping on us here. Why I did that, I don't know. Okay, so let's see here. Let's catch up in the chat here. And yeah, it's 9:30, so I gotta be working at 11. So I left off in chat here. That's pretty cool that we got Motorola trying to step up the game to compete with Samsung. But
yeah,
when we lost LG, that was kind of crazy. When we lost LG to compete in the market, that was like, oh shit!
I definitely
just Apple and Samsung is it. Besides, like, well, if you want to count Pixel.
I mean, after the LG Velvet, I saw the writing on the wall. Like after the LG Velvet, it's like, oh, we're screwed.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh shit! Let me find the chat here. That's what I hate about this. When you lose your spot in chat, it's hard to find it again. So I got to just see here. Okay. All right. I know we was here once. Okay, so Kazi says, I hope they release a Motorola Edge Plus 3. The last Android Motorola phone I had was a Moto X. See, a lot of people had some good history with Motorola back in
They
the day,
do.
but when Lenovo merged with them, that's a Chinese company. So the last few Motorola phones has not been very impressive. I mean,
Yeah,
so they have to step up their game. Yeah, we got,
they are
but
trying with this new phone. They are.
but if they hold on to Qualcomm, that is a really good thing. It really could. Oh, he says Razor 3 going to be fire. Hello there,
Yep,
two
they're making
phone
it. They're
general.
making a new Razor too as well. So
Let's see here. Actually, I don't care about brands. Yeah, so some people really don't care about the chipset. They don't care how fast the phone is. I mean, I seen a comparison between two different chipsets. They was doing a comparison between the Apple chipset and the Samsung chipset, and I think the Apple won by just a few milliseconds. But when you're talking milliseconds faster, that's that's like two cars going down the road. There's one car going 62 miles an hour, and the other car is going 60 miles an hour.
yeah,
They're both going to get to the destination. It's just one's going to get there a couple minutes sooner. That's it.
yeah. Keep in mind, on 2023, all your SoCs are just going to have the chipset and modem all combined, right? So
Yeah.
that's what's going to happen for. It's already been happened to Pixel lineup. It's going to happen to the Apple lineup in 2023, and when Samsung switches to. If you want to look it up really quick, the 9925 SoC that Samsung's going to use in 2023, it's all going to be combined into one.
9925 SoC.
Yep. Yep. Look
Okay.
up Exynos 9925 SoC and then type in the words 2023 after it. That's what they're going to be using. So I'm already a Motorola insider, man. I'm if they're going to be the last holdout to use Qualcomm and forever, then
Yeah,
they got my money. So,
absolutely. Yeah, I'm definitely a Qualcomm fan. That's for certain.
yeah, it's just I don't trust Exynos to make anything good millimeter wave as far as from the RF front side, the RF side.
Yeah,
No way.
I'm definitely a Qualcomm fan. All right, that's what you're talking about right here, right?
Yeah, it's just I don't trust Exynos to make anything good millimeter wave
And
as
it's
far
got
as from the
the
RF front
AMD.
side, the RF side. Ricky,
Yeah,
I think you
I'm
got
definitely
the
a Qualcomm fan.
you got an extra YouTube
That's what you're
session
talking
open.
about right here, right?
I'm right here.
Yeah,
It's just I don't trust Exynos to make
Screen
anything.
share's on. There you go. It's off.
All right, thanks. But yeah, that's the 925. That's going to arrive in 2023. That's the SoC. Okay. Oh, that's the same.
Oh, yeah.
Same one I just showed you in your email. Yeah. But yeah, you
Yeah.
can look up more articles. That's
Yeah, Ice Universe is really good on leaks too. He's got the knowledge on when the leaks and stuff happen. So
yep, it's going to be built-in AMD GPU. So, but
nice.
the RF on it's going to suck, especially on millimeter wave. Because why? Because they don't know how to do millimeter wave.
Wow, that's crazy. So for people, it's in a millimeter wave. So if you're a Verizon customer or you're in a millimeter wave area, then you're going to want to rock with Motorola then.
I would say so.
In 2023.
2023, correct.
Now the S22 Ultra, when it comes out, you're still going to be good. So
yeah, you're good for this year. Next year, if you get it, next year you'll just be screwed if you get one of those phones.
Oh shit! All right, let's catch up in the chat real quick and let's talk about massive MO a little bit here. Of course, I got to get to work here pretty soon, so I got to be at work at 11. So I can only stay on here for just a little bit longer. But we're going to go through this massive MIMO pretty quick here. Mm-hmm. Let's see. I'm just going to look here for some quick questions, make sure anybody has any questions in the chat here. So what are you thinking the in-house production chip from Apple will not be above average?
No, Intel based. It'd be horrible.
Apple's modem will have Intel DNA, so the worst rep. Oh shit. St. Augustine, Verizon has. Hello, Moose. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, how you doing?
Moose? What up, man?
What's happening? Just driving back from downtown Dallas.
Ooh, Dallas. AT&T country.
Nice.
Nice. So what's good in the AT&T world? Are we going to get some N77 when the date comes up when Verizon's doing theirs? Are we still going to get N77? Everybody keeps asking me on the channel here. They say, "Are we going? Is AT&T going to get N77?"
Yep, January 18th.
How many sites?
I have
Verizon
no
said-
idea on the sites.
Verizon said 10,000 sites, 100 million.
All I know is that Dallas is going to be an amazing network, man.
Oh wow, really?
1,200 sites turned on in one day.
Wow, 1,200 sites in Dallas in
Yeah.
one day.
I believe
One
it.
day.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Now that doesn't sound like it's every tower, because there's more
Every
sites
second tower.
every second. Well, that's
in, like,
still
major
going to be enough.
highways.
Yeah, that's still going to help major
So, like,
with your.
The only sites that are not upgraded are by the airports because they
Well,
were
of
like
course,
they
because of the
anticipated
Dumbass
the issue, you know.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody knows
About
they
500.
suck. Well, that's pretty cool. So, how many pops do you think it's going to cover in the whole U.S.?
By end of the year, I think it's going to be over 130 million. Easily.
Okay. Oh, okay.
wow.
So
Not
it's
bad.
probably going to start off like 60, 70 million pops, probably.
I think it's a little bit more now because there's more equipment on than December.
Oh, okay. So it's going to be pretty comparable to Verizon's, you think? And we're talking 40
I think so.
megahertz. For 40 megahertz, right? In each market?
Well, so here's the thing that we were talking about earlier. AT&T is going to have a competitive advantage for the first year on C-band because, when I say C-band N77, because they'll be able to deploy 80 megahertz.
80? Holy cow.
If the 40 megahertz is purchased in the top, cities where they need it. AT&T.
Right. Wow. If they start off with 80, we're going to see gigabit speeds and pings under 10.
Because they'll be using blocks B and C for that, right? If I remember correctly.
No. Remember, they're having 40 megahertz of block A, and then another 40
Yeah,
potentially
gotcha.
from the auction 110.
Okay.
Yeah. And by the way, I've been testing Verizon in Dallas metro area. The tower spacing is not good here, man, with Verizon. I'm very disappointed.
Right. Yeah. Verizon's the king of tower spacing. We know that for sure.
But not in Texas for some reason. I don't know why.
Probably because AT&T beat him to the punch.
Maybe. Dude, AT&T has upgraded pretty much everything before C-band. I can't wait.
I mean, that is good, but I've been reading, Verizon, they had an article, they exceeded their build targets. The thing I like about the C-band launch is that, yes, Verizon's going to have a lot more C-band launch, and they're just going to, as far as tower count goes, Verizon's going to take the cake on that.
Yeah, I mean, Verizon, they ordered a lot, and they're more desperate. They're more desperate for.
Well, they have to be. They're behind in actually bandwidth. So yeah.
Yeah, they're behind in capacity.
They're trying to play catch up because they don't want any churn.
Moose, what do you think about the OEMs going up from Qualcomm in 2023?
Going up? What do you mean?
Going away from Qualcomm in 2023.
Oh. Well, we already anticipated this. Remember, we had intelligence during the peak pandemic, which was in 2020. My buddy, he was from my senior project back in electrical engineering school. He works at Qualcomm. He's one of the main testers in Southern California for the Ericsson market for Qualcomm, and he was already testing back in 2020 the X60 versus the Apple modem.
Right.
Which the Apple integrated modem, that it's pretty impressive. He told me that in 2020 they were only 8% difference.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying before you come on. It was just a small difference. Yeah. And most people are not going to
That
notice
was in 2020.
Yeah,
was
and here we are in
2020.
2022. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
You think do you think the Intel SoC that Apple's going to make is going to be actually good?
Which one? The
You
Apple
think?
SoC,
Yeah,
the integrated modem plus the
for
well. Keep
for
in mind
Intel, yeah.
this. Keep in mind this. If it matches the X65's performance, I don't care, because it's going to be significantly better on battery. Significantly.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like that is the key. Because one of the
Yeah.
things that the X55 problem was, and the X improved on it, was the
Yep.
battery drain on the
Yeah.
X55.
Yep,
That's
absolutely.
true.
And
That's true.
especially when
Yeah.
you got a T-Mobile phone, because it was trying to search for that
Oh
5G
my
icon,
God.
and shit would
Oh
overheat,
my
have a
God.
meltdown. Yeah, that's
Terrible.
horrible. That's embarrassing for any company to build a network that way. Embarrassing. Yet the T-Mobile fans are
You're,
still jumping up and down. It's like, we're the best. We're the best. How dare you talk about T-Mobile? How dare you?
Yeah, it's true, Mr. Fried. They're
That's
going
right.
Exynos.
Exynos.
Exynos can't do millimeter wave worth of crap.
Yeah, well, we see that.
so,
I mean,
how did you see the announcement today regarding Galaxy is going back to all Qualcomm globally?
What? That's no. That's just for this year, though. Not just for
Is
this
it a
year.
supply chain issue? You really think so?
I'm not going to believe anything they say. We know for a fact that they're going, obviously, the Snapdragon Gen 1 for 2022, but 2023 they're going to go with the Exynos 9925 SoC for 2023.
Are you sure it's not because the Pixel has had so many issues?
Oh yeah, because think about it, they don't have to do CDMA anymore because Qualcomm relies on CDMA, right? So the OEMs are looking to ditch CDMA.
mhm.
That's why Apple is going with their own integrated Intel in 2023. They have to find a way to compete with Apple. That's the way they do it. If you look up Exynos 9925 SoC and then put 2023 after it, that's your chipset. So
Yeah, and Aaron, Knoxville, Tennessee is a major market, so I'm pretty sure you're going to see N77 there for AT&T and Verizon. So all your top markets, if you're in a major city, you're probably going to get N77. Very very good possibility.
I'm
And they
just
got
gonna.
these they got nationwide license too. So, but they're
Yeah.
just deploying it where they need the capacity the most. So if your area needs capacity, I would say N77 is coming to you very soon. If it ain't flipped on the first day, it should be on within the 6 months to 9 months. It should be on.
I'm just going with
For sure.
Motorola and Verizon the whole way till I die.
So things is looking very good in the tech community. All these people have been patiently waiting for some more capacity, new frequencies, and to get real 5G. You know what makes me the most excited is when I see the first few speed tests from AT&T and Verizon on N77, the real 5G. I think we're going to see gigabit speeds and pings under 10, which is the first step in getting real 5G. Because we all know there's 8 components. There's 8 components that makes it real 5G. Well, if we can knock out the first 2, which is ping and speed and a reliable connection, then I think we're going to be a home run for sure.
Yeah, I think so. I think Verizon and AT&T, they're both, like Moose talked about, especially like in the Dallas area for AT&T, they'll be happy. You'll have happy customers. As soon as that stuff is lit up, customers will post their speed tests, they'll post their signal checks. It's going to be a good. It's going to be a good time here come the 19th, and shortly after.
Absolutely. So things is going pretty good. Very excited in the tech community. Well, unfortunately, I wanted to talk about massive MNO, but there's no sense in even starting it right now because it would take another 30, 40 minutes definitely to talk about it because it's such a big topic. So I know we didn't have very much time to live stream tonight because I had to work tonight, but I'm in the process of working 13 days in a row. So unfortunately, sometimes I have to do that. So I have to work tomorrow, Thursday, so I can't do my traditional live stream on Thursday night where I can just It could be 3 hours, 4 hours. I don't really give a crap. But we got to keep this one under 2 hours since I have to be at work at 11 o'clock, and it's already like 10 till. So we're going to stick around here for like 10 more minutes, and then 10 o'clock, we're going to bug out of here. So we're going to see if they got any more questions in the comments. You guys got any questions for Zero Kool or Moose or myself? Got any questions at all? Pop them in there. Let's hash it out. Tell me what is the most important thing that you think that's coming in 2022 in the wireless industry?
Ooh, this is really interesting.
If I see those kinds of speeds, I'm getting Los red immediately.
Well,
all right.
The thing that I think the thing that is coming in 2022 is
right.
Plan competition. So more aggressive offerings for the same amount of money.
Right.
Because, like I said the other day on Sneed's live stream, we've gotten to a point where all the networks, if you're in the urban core, are good enough, right?
Yep.
But what differentiates you between the other carriers? And that is what's going to be the big driver.
That's true. Very true.
I think for 2022, we're going to see on all the carriers a gigabyte on the downlink.
Yep. We want more uplink too, of course.
Yeah.
It's not until we get the core, the 5G standalone core, I think is when we're going to see our upload speeds tremendously go up.
Right. Yep. But I think if all the carriers can get to a gigabyte,
with under 10 ping, yep.
Well, I'll just take a gigabyte down for all the carriers. I think that's a win-win. That's an achievement for everybody.
Yeah, but we got to have that ping, baby. We need to get under 10.
And
if we want to be considered real 5G, we need to get the pings down.
With fiber backhaul at 25 to 50 gig, I think that's a win. So
yeah. And people are putting Verizon, AT&T is putting up more than that. They're putting tremendous amounts of backhaul to these sites. It's crazy. How much did you say it was, Moose, that AT&T is going to have by the end of this year? 100 gig per site? He must got a phone call.
Oh, I can answer for him. Yeah, that's
most
correct.
Important thing is T-Mobile 5G leadership. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, you need 100 gig. You need 100 gig minimum for SA. Okay, so the goal for the ILEC providers is actually get to 100 gig. So they are working towards that, and the goal is actually to get all sites by the end of the year. It's going to be a tough goal. This isn't easy. This is not easy for the carriers to do because we're just getting the 25 in beginning of this year and 50, right? So the goal by the end of 2022, beginning of 2023 for SA is 100 gigabyte backhaul to each site.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be amazing.
Here's a question for you, Moose. Lavendi says, do you think AT&T and Verizon will raise the prices because of 5G? Good question.
No. I don't think that they're going to raise pricing.
And why is that?
I think it's actually going to be the same pricing, but for Verizon, there's not going to be much wiggle room. Like they said on the calls, on the investors' calls, if you want to still be on Verizon but pay less, you have to go to track phone.
Track phone. Do you think there's going to be any limitations on track phone, like data caps and speed caps? And
I think that there is going to be a QCI difference, but But to answer the AT&T side of that question, I think that because there's so many fiber points of opportunities happening this year, more fiber everywhere. I think that you're going to see a significant amount more promotions and advertisements based off of, if you have AT&T fiber, you get 25% off the wireless.
Oh, snap. So kind of using that cable hook, line, and sinker there. Yeah, if you got our Comcast, we're going to give you Comcast Mobile at a good price. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Right.
Yeah, the bundle thing. That's what we call it. The bundle.
Right.
All right. And then alternate reality says, I still get plenty of black holes on the skunk net. So Big Five and Death Star are the ones with the coverage. I'm in LA. Next, the value of MVNOs deliver more than the carriers. Well, the MVNOs are not going to be able to deliver more than the main carriers because they're getting a sub product. Because if you give the MVNOs just as a good deal as the main carriers at a cheaper price, they're going to churn themselves to death, right?
I think the only way that the MVNOs can beat, out the carriers is on price. That's it.
Yep. But they can't make the MVNOs too good because then everybody will leave the main carrier and go to the MVNOs, and then the main carrier won't have any subscribers, and they'll be depending on only the MVNOs. And MVNOs are not the most stable. They don't have the most ARPU, and they don't have them. They have more churn. So
just make it $10 and call it a day.
Yeah. Who gives out the most thongs in 2022?
That would be me.
I don't know. I have to think really hard on that question. I don't know. That's kind of, I don't know. I'm thinking very hard. Well, there's only one company that comes into mind. The Skunks! There you go. Chainfry says, why shouldn't they improve their Exynos until 2023?
So with these chipsets, there's what we call those testing and there's patents, right? So Qualcomm actually has the most RF patents. So for example, like wide envelope tracking, the RF front end. So that's very important when your phone connects to your tower. So Exynos, they can't steal these patents from Qualcomm, right?
Right.
If Qualcomm has the gold, they have the machinery, they have the technology, they have the research, they have the patents. It's just Exynos has to play what's called catch up or make their own. So, and right now they just, any Exynos chipset modem just does not do well on millimeter wave. Does good on C-band.
Yep.
Why? Because they have 77, 78 internationally. Okay, so that makes sense. So
that's true.
The millimeter wave is just a Qualcomm thing, right? So they already had the patents in that when they trying to think of what the first what was the first chipset that had millimeter wave support? Do you remember off the top of your head?
No, I don't remember that.
The X50?
Yeah, X50. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. 50.
X50.
Yeah.
So if you think about
there's a 50, 52, 53, 55. Yeah.
Yeah. So the
55 was the flagship.
Yeah. So Exynos
the 50,
is about
52 was the mid range.
Yeah. So Exynos is about 2 to 3 years behind. Okay. So if you're 2 to 3 years behind, like somehow carriers are, then you just gotta play catch up. So you can be optimistic, but it just don't. I rather go with a Qualcomm end to end, like how Motorola is going to be doing, and we know the product that I'm getting. So
that's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited for what Motorola may bring to the table coming up in the next 2 years.
Yeah,
I just hope that they can use the same kind of like features as what Samsung's bringing, and like if they can go, if Motorola can bring spec per spec equal and with a cheaper price, I think they'll be a huge direct competition to Samsung, and it will force Samsung to come down on prices. I mean, this $1,500 phone right here, $1,500. It doesn't take $1,500 to build this phone. The profit margin is probably $500 at least, maybe even less than that.
So
profit
I can
margin.
tell. Yeah.
I mean, this phone to make is probably about $700 to make the phone.
Yeah.
So if you're giving Samsung $1,500, that's all going to them.
Right. So I could tell you that the Qualcomm licensing, what it takes for OEM to actually have the Qualcomm chipsets, the markup is 90%, right? So every time they want to do with Qualcomm, they have to pay the 90% above chip cost.
Right.
That's why they want to get away from so much.
All right. Auto Reality says, can't other chipset makers license their patents? Wasn't that the beef between Apple and Qualcomm about the patent licensing?
Yeah, it was.
Absolutely. So, Zero
the
Cool,
best
should I buy
patents
the
right
S22
now-
Ultra and keep it forever?
That's up to you.
Well, I do predict this, that when the S22 Ultra comes out, they're going to have massive sale of that phone. Everybody's going to be buying that phone because it's going to future proof at least for the next 2 or 3 years on 5G. Easy.
Yep.
And with this development that we just brought today too, that may be the last year. I mean, it's just like the last year they're going to be selling 5.7 Hemis and Dodge products. They're going to sell them like hotcakes because they're going to switch over to the new straight six turbo, like it's in a BMW. That's what they're doing. Stellantis has already said that. We're not doing V8s after 2023. That's the last year. There's no more V8s. They're doing a straight six turbo. It's called a GMT 6. That's
Yeah,
what
what's
they're
up,
doing.
Moose?
Oh, so what I was saying is that I think that Huawei has the best patents. The problem is that we can't use them.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
You get a point. Yeah.
They have the best equipment, the best cell site equipment, the cheapest cell site
The
equipment.
cheapest,
But
yeah.
There's a reason. There's a reason why. It's because it's subsidized by the government, by the Chinese government.
Full of security holes too. Yeah.
Security they want more and more people to get on that network so that they can control the networks at any
right.
time. They can just shut it off.
Yep. China is definitely a control freak. Definitely so.
Yeah.
They got a strong foothold here. Big time.
I'm still going with their phones. I don't care. No.
Well, I mean, I just bought my first drone, and it's made in China. I mean, it's a DJI, but of course, you're not going to be able to get them anymore because now America's banning them. So,
yeah,
they're banning DJI.
Yes, you cannot buy or you cannot sell DJI anymore in America. They're cutting it off. That's it.
Joe Biden.
Done. No more DJI. So you know what the Chinese people already started doing? There's a new brand out. It's exactly like the DJI Maverick drone. And it's another brand. I mean, it's a copycat. And it's just on a new brand. So they're going to start selling them. They're going through the loopholes. All right, you ban the name? Okay, we'll just create a new brand. There you go. I'm surprised Huawei hasn't done that.
Right.
I mean, I'm really surprised Huawei didn't just take their stuff and just like cancel their company out and then just make a brand new company and just use all them patents and just transfer it over and then come out with a new name. Get rid of the Huawei name, make it some like Shumawi name or something like that. Okay, here, use Shumawi 5G equipment. There we go. I don't even know if that's a word. I don't know. But, I don't know the Japanese language very well. So. Let's see. We got another question. All right. Why I think Exynos will be good because they are recently working together a lot with Qualcomm regarding millimeter wave and millimeter wave aggregated with C-band.
It will be aggregated with C-band. Yes, that's correct. But there's still
growing
long ways off. Where Qualcomm is miles, light years ahead.
Right.
Of what
they have millimeter wave perfected really good.
And you know what? Since Apple's going to be working on their stinking Intel chip for
I still think that's going to be a backfire on them.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: they're a $3 trillion company, so good God, they better get the millimeter wave right and the C-band right.
Yep, they
They better. If they don't, screw it.
If we start doing speed tests and we're seeing that drastic of a difference like that, that's going to be bad for them because you know what the SMT nation's going to do? They're going to expose anything. So these manufacturers and carriers, they need to do everything right because they're under the microscope right now because there's a very strong tech community out there that wants to know the truth. There's no more of this deception and lies and shit, because you're not going to pull the wool over all of our people's eyes, because we're here to protect everybody and share the knowledge and truth. So, I mean, if you want to get technical, we're the Project Veritas of the characters, right?
Lemony says, "Do I take position on the supine phone and Prism?" Oh, it was a pine phone. I turned it on. The screen scrambled. I reset the motherboard, the battery, and it didn't work, so I just threw it away.
Oh, snap. Oliver Rowdy says, gotta buy American. Isaac says, I live 45 minutes from Dallas. Well, it looks like you're going to be doing some road trips to test out that AT&T N77 real 5G. Apple can ban speed test as a malicious app. Wow. Yeah, I think Apple is out of control a little bit sometimes. But anyways, okay, we are at 2 hours here. I have to get to work, so and luckily I'm only like 10 minutes away, so 10 minutes of work. But I got to just get ready though. So I at least wanted to get you guys a show this week, because I don't want my viewers and everybody to miss out. So I'm gonna try to get a show every week if I can. This is the only night of the week that I work at 11 o'clock. All the other nights I work at 8 o'clock, and it's going to be impossible for me to get a live stream in before 8 o'clock, because a lot of people on the East Coast are still working and everything, and then I'm still sleeping. I usually
Huh. Well, I guess that's the show. Deuces.
Oh, snap. The camera screwed up. It's time to buy another camera. Oh, I'm sick of this camera. This camera's acting up already. Yeah, it's time to get rid of this camera. So it's 1080p, 60. So anyway, time to get a new camera, because I ain't putting up with this crap. When Skunk Mobile failed me, I got rid of them. So you know what? This whole Chinese camera here, webcam I got, screw you. So I think I'm gonna go on Amazon tonight. I'm gonna order me a new webcam, because I ain't putting up with this crap. So there you go. Well, thank you everybody that showed up tonight. And yeah, it's like there you go, Baby Yoda, Gene, Jane Fry, everybody that popped in. Thank you so much for coming by. And don't forget to Logitech Garbo. No, it's actually not a Logitech. It's Nexigo. Yeah, that's what this webcam is. Nexigo. Well, Nexigo, you can go to hell, Chinese garbage. This is the first live stream that's failed like this, so that's it. It's time to get another brand. I don't even know if they make an American webcam anymore. I mean, I don't know. Don't know if they do or not. But anyways, thank you all for coming in tonight. And sorry we didn't get to massive MMO, but sometimes we get on other topics, and we always go to the side of the viewers. The viewers runs this show. I don't run this show. My viewers run this show, because I do what you guys want. I talk about what you guys want. So, and my guests, if people come on my show as a guest and we go in that direction of whatever the topic is, we're going to go in that direction, because it all seems to be very, very good. No matter what we do, it always brings knowledge and fun. And that's the main thing. Knowledge and fun. That's the best thing on these shows. So thank you so much for coming. Buy something from a company with a support website and firmware updates. Yeah, exactly. Well, then maybe the next go just needs an update or something to it. So you don't know. I'll research that and see. And let's see. Thank you, Ricky. Maybe next week we'll hit MIMO. Yeah. Well, right now it's looking like I might have my first 2 days off because we hired a new person. So I think next week I'm going to be off Wednesday and Thursday night. So I don't know which Wednesday's a better night for a live stream because Thursday I know Best Phone Plans is on. I think there's somebody else on. There's two different people that's on. But so maybe next Wednesday night we can do a show around 8 o'clock and just carry on all the way out to midnight and just have a nice blast there. So don't forget to share my channel, share with all your social media so we can get 300 more subscribers. I know the dumbass troll keeps saying that I'm buying subscribers, but if you truly look on Social Blade, you'll see that I'm not because it's a gradual up and there's no huge losses like when you buy subscribers. So that obviously is false. The reason for the growth from 200 subs to 700 subs is simply because I do good content, which he says I don't. Obviously, you guys are here. If I didn't do good content, you wouldn't be here. And the giveaways, I've been giving away gift cards and I'm giving away this beautiful S21 Ultra phone. So you know what? When you work smart on YouTube, you're going to be successful. When you have a channel that's 6 years old and your grade is still a B minus, and you only have 5 or 10 show up at a live stream, that just shows you're not doing things right. So there you go. Fuck the troll. Fuck you, Alex. Go fuck yourself. That's it. And anybody that listens to his lies and deception is a dumbass. So there you go. There's a little kicker at the end there. I told the troll off. So there you go. Thanks, man. It's a fun place to hang out. If it ain't fun, then why do it? That's what I say. If you can't have fun, no, don't do it. No one is buying anything except for those Bass Pro giveaways. That's right. Trolls kick rocks. There you go. Hashtag trolls kick rocks. That's right. Yep. All you got to do is just show them this. This is what I'm going to show you. There. There you go, trolls. There you go, trolls. Eat those hundos. That's right. I work hard, and I still do a live stream every week. That's it. All right, guys. Thank you for coming. I'm going to go get to work so I can make some more hundos and buy some more goodies. I'm going to do your drone video for you next week. So we're going to get that AT&T tower here in the Keys. Going to get that up for you. So stay tuned for more and exciting stuff at RFK Tech. You're not going to be disappointed. So share, subscribe, and make sure you're on all 3 channels. That way you can get a chance at this beautiful phone. So there you go. And that's all we got to say about that. So here you go. While we clear out, enjoy the drone footage that I just got the other day. Good night, all.